Hey everyone, welcome back to another video here on Keep Running with BK, and I've got a little bit of the sniffles and I've got a mild cough, and it's been yucky weather and it's just been that kind of week so far, and I thought it would be a perfect time to talk about when you're not feeling well, when you're sick, possibly have COVID, have the flu or other symptoms. Is it safe to run or not? I'm going to talk about that today and share my thoughts right after this. So yeah, hey everyone, welcome back to another video here on Keep Running with BK. And not only have I not been feeling well, I've had the sniffles, a mild cough during the night when I'm trying to sleep, which has made it difficult to get great sleep. And it's actually started to move down a little bit into my lungs, which is where I'm really concerned from a running perspective. And you know, on this channel I like to share running content from my own running, with the intent of hopefully helping others to learn from my experiences, to help them to train smarter, and ultimately to help them to keep running. And that begs the question, when you're sick, when is it safe to run? When is it not safe to run? And I think there's a couple things to consider here. When in doubt, taking a few days worth of rest is not going to hurt your fitness. It's not going to hurt your conditioning. It's not going to hurt your overall performance. And that's life. Sometimes life throws you curveballs. We have minor pauses or setbacks in our training. That is certainly what I am experiencing this week. But general rule of thumb is, if the symptoms that you are experiencing are above the shoulder, sometimes you hear it from the neck up, then it's probably okay or safe to run. When you do that, you want to make sure that, one, you ease off the intensity or the effort a little bit. The other thing you want to consider is also perhaps reducing the duration or reducing the distance just a little bit. If you're having symptoms, if you're sick, or you have a cough or sinus issues, things along those lines, your body is doing everything it possibly can to get better and to heal. And so you don't want to go out and tax your body, put your body through the same rigor and intensity and routine that you're used to doing, because that adds stress to the body, and your body's already dealing with additional stress because you're sick. But by easing up a little bit to reduce the intensity, to reduce the risk, reduce the stress, generally speaking, it's okay to do some running. One other consideration is, if you have a fever, then you don't want to run. You definitely want to take a break, give your body a chance to rest, get a little extra sleep, make sure that you're eating well, you're taking your vitamins the best that you can. If you're having symptoms from the shoulders down, such as nausea or upset stomach, or if the cold in the sinuses has moved down into your lungs, then it's highly recommended that you don't run. You're putting a strain on your respiratory system, and running is very intense when it comes to the breathing, and so it's probably generally not a good idea if the cold or the symptoms move into your chest. Best just to take a break, give it a few days, and then when the symptoms improve, then you can return to running. So how do you return to running? Well, I'll tell you about that in a minute, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the channel. I would encourage you to check out some of the other videos here on the channel. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about a virtual event that we have coming up. But I want to encourage you to consider subscribing to the channel. It's free and doesn't cost you anything. But you'll also receive notice of future videos and certainly future announcements about some of the fun virtual events we're going to do here on the channel coming up later this year. But for now, let's talk about an upcoming event here just in about a month and a half.
Hey runners, mark your calendars for Saturday, March 26th for the first Keep Running with BK virtual running event of the year. The channel will be facilitating a virtual 5K prediction run. This is a fun event for runners of all ability and fitness levels. It doesn't matter how fast you are, it is about how close you come to predicting your finishing time. So starting March 1st, all you have to do to enter this free event is to email me your name and prediction time to bkskeeprunning@gmail.com. How you determine your prediction is totally up to you. This is an opportunity for all of us as part of a virtual running community. Feel free to tell your friends. And then after you run on Saturday, March 26th, email me again with your finishing time and tell me a little bit about your experience. I will share the results of the top predictors in a video shortly after the event. I might even share some of your experiences on the channel, with your permission, of course. Again, this is a totally free event. There are no prizes this time around, just a fun opportunity for friends, supporters, and subscribers to the channel from all around the world to run together and have fun sharing the results. And just so you know, I will not be sharing your email information with anyone. I'm simply using email since not all of us are on the same virtual platforms, but all of us probably have an email. Race day is Saturday, March 26, 2022. I hope you'll participate. If you're new here to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. You don't want to miss out on any information regarding other virtual events planned for later this year, and check back for a new video each week. Until then, stay safe, train smart, and keep running.
Well, I hope you guys are getting excited about the upcoming virtual event. I don't know that I've ever done an official prediction race. I've seen it a couple of times. I think one time I had the intention of doing it. In fact, I might have done a 10-mile prediction run once. It would have been a while ago. But I've always found those to be fun. I love how it just levels the playing field and encourages participation of all levels. And I really hope that you're considering signing up for that come March 1st, emailing me your registration information. But now I kind of want to get back to, as your symptoms improve and you want to return to running, the best way to do that is to ease into it. You're going to have to gauge how severe the setback was, how severe the symptoms and illness was for you. If it was mild, you may be able to return quicker. If it was severe or the extent of the rest period was longer, then you want to make sure that you take a little bit more time to kind of ease back into it so that your body can again be reminded of the stress that you want to put it through in your training and allow it to just kind of ease back into it. You don't want to shock the system, but you want to ease into it. My guess is my own particular case right here, based on past experience when I've had similar symptoms. It's usually a 4 to 5 day time off, and so I will probably return to running doing an easy day that I would normally do during the week, maybe cut back a mile of that to see how that feels. Then for my long run, I will probably, right now I'm typically doing in double digits. I'll probably drop that down to about 8 miles. I'll keep it very easy. If necessary, I'll do some walking in there, and just really gauge how my body is responding to that. If at any time I'm feeling like I'm really laboring and I'm working harder than I should, I'll be totally fine with just cutting it off and saying that I'm done for the day. Again, I don't want to add to it and just delay my return to running, but I want to be able to ease into it to get right back up to speed. And my hope is that next week I will start getting back into the routine with very little further setback. I'm hoping as I come into a new month where my goal was to average 40 miles a week after the month of January averaging 35 to 38 miles a week. I'm hoping to get into that 35 mile range next week so that I can hit my stride of 40 miles very soon here in the near future and get back to the plan. But that's it. Fairly short video this week. I'm sorry guys, I don't have any extra running footage to share with you as a running video. The weather is pretty crummy outside. It's been raining. It was cold at the beginning of the week. Then it was rainy. We have a big storm coming in tonight. So tomorrow is going to be snow and ice, and it's just going to be crazy. So it's probably the best that I'm taking a little break here and trying to get a little extra rest. So I just want to encourage you, stay safe. If you're dealing with the storms where you live, you might want to check out the treadmill. Always a great option if you have access to that to get some running in during those rough storms like that we're expected to have here in the Midwest and on the East Coast. So until next time, stay safe, train smart, and keep running.